All right, so I'm here with Vinny and Amber. Vinny and Amber, how old are you guys?
38.
And 41?
Are you guys originally from Arizona?
No. I was born in California. My dad was in the Air Force. So I moved around a lot.
What part of California?
I was born in Sacramento, and I've also lived in Laguna Beach. And then also I lived in Idaho, Virginia, England, Germany, and then Arizona.
Born in Wisconsin, moved out here when I was 2, so pretty much raised out here. So, I'm Deseret.
And what's your guys' current situation right now? You guys homeless?
We were, and then she was pregnant. She just had a baby, and my mom took us in today. Day of pretty much baby being born. Our daughter's in the NICU right now. Waiting for her to be released so we can take her home to my mom's.
Yeah. It's just his mom lives so far away from here, where the baby is. So it's easier just to hang around here rather than trying to get rides going back and forth. So that way we can see her more often.
So you guys have a place to stay?
Yes. Yes, we do.
Were you guys homeless before that?
Yes.
How long were you guys homeless for?
Year and a half more.
Yeah, like on and off for about 2 years. I'd say on and off. Yeah.
Last year, last year, for a whole year, we were homeless. No. That was before.
Yeah.
How did you guys end up homeless for those 2 years?
Fine. Oh, well, for me, I was married. Well, I was married for 10 years, and towards the end of the marriage, it kind of got rough. So I filed for divorce, and I was supposed to be getting alimony for about 4 years total, and I only received it for 8 months. And my ex was able to, I think he found a way to get it stopped. And if I were to hire my lawyer up again, I could get it started back up again. But I was depending on that, trying to look for a job and living off that money until I could get back up on my feet. And it just out of nowhere just stopped. There was no warning, no nothing, and it was actually during a bad time too, because my car was in the tow yard.
Yeah.
It just happened, and I just got it. They just had it taken from me, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to get it out. So I couldn't pay my rent. I couldn't pay to get my car out. It was like $2,000 to get my vehicle out of the tow yard, and it was just a really bad situation. Lost everything.
Sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
Vinny, how'd you end up out here?
My dad passed away, and I didn't deal with it very well. Started doing drugs more and stuff like that. Started shooting up. Went back home for a little while with my kids, my 2 kids, and the one I was with before I got with in Georgia, stuff like that, and I was doing alright and stuff like that, but I just couldn't handle the whole, same routine over and over again, and that just relationship was bad. She was abusive. As funny as that sounds, a dude saying is abusive, but yeah, she started to put her hands on me and stuff like that. I couldn't deal with it, and then we lived with her family, and her family didn't like me at all. She came from somebody in my family. We have drugs and alcohol, family, still through her family, we have alcoholics in the family, drug addicts, stuff like that. And then her family comes from California, and they have, they always got money and stuff like that, and vacations and stuff like that. They've never done drugs or anything like that on her side of the family. Then she gets to meet somebody who's done drugs and this and that, been in trouble with the law and stuff. And it was kind of a weird combination, but she couldn't handle her family anymore. Always pushy, belittling me and stuff like that. Trying to make sure they make a point of that they're smarter than me and stuff like that. And, they could do better than me. So I just get tired of it. And one day I just left, and they didn't go back.
Are you guys messing with the blues out here?
We were until after we had a baby.
Now we go to the TMS,
Yeah.
the methadone clinic over here behind QT.
You guys getting treatment right now?
Trying to stay away from those things.
That's good. How did you guys get introduced to the blues?
Probably friends. Like, I used to do heroin like 2 years ago, and I wanted to get off of it. So I had a plan to get off the heroin by doing blues, and I was able to do that, and which is surprising because I never thought there would be a day that would come that I would crave using a needle. Because I used to have dreams about it. Was such a bad addiction. I would have dreams about using needles. It was such a bad craving. I never thought that would ever come, that I wouldn't ever even think about using them anymore. And it's amazing to me. It's like a big weight off my back. I don't think about them anymore. Now it's just a matter of getting over smoking the blue pills.
Yeah, shooting up is a whole different, using needles, stuff like that, that's a whole different addiction itself. It's not only the drug, it's the needle, it's the whole process of how you do it. And, I don't know, it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
To anyone, I'm sorry to cut you off, but to anybody out there that's watching this interview and they are thinking about trying blues or experimenting with them,
no.
What kind of advice would you give them?
Stay away from them.
Don't do it.
Don't
It'll
do it.
fuck up your life. It'll mess up your life forever. And not only that, it's not a matter of I'm going to try this and then start doing it and then just be like, oh, I want to stop doing it. You can't just stop doing it. And once you start doing it, you become like a slave to it because you get sick. And getting sick is the worst, most uncomfortable feeling. It's like a whole month it takes to get over it.
Once you start, you get addicted to it. I know people who smoke them here and there and stuff like that, and they stop doing it, and then it happens to them. But it's when you get to a point where when you start having withdrawals, when you get too much in your body, and that's when you're screwed and stuff like that. It doesn't matter if you just smoke a half a pill a day and stuff like that. You're still gonna have the same kind of effects as somebody who's been smoking them for about a year. And that's the thing that sucks about it and stuff like that. And with the blue, when I noticed with the blue pills, you smoke one today, you have to smoke 2 tomorrow to get the same effect you had today. And then, it just gets more and more and more and more and more and stuff like that. And then there's out there where you take one hit and you're done. You're gone.
Does it get to a point where you're just doing them just to get well?
Yeah.
Or do they always hit the same?
Nope. That's what
it's the point where you don't feel the euphoria anymore, and you're just doing it just to stay well.
That's what we tell each other all the time. We tell people we can't afford to get high. We can only afford to get well, just keep ourselves well and stuff like that. And that's why that's why you see a lot of people that are constantly stealing and stuff like that from people and stuff like that, because it's like they'll do anything they can because they don't want to go through that, through withdrawals, stuff like that. That's the whole thing. People think it's easy. No, it is not. It's just a mind thing. No, it's a mind thing. Yeah, it's a physical, mind thing, emotional. It's all that. I mean, it's you can't say that. It's like somebody who does heroin. They have somewhat of a knowing what it's like.
Yeah.
It's somebody, stuff like that. but it's not the same thing as heroin and stuff like that. It's not the same thing as speed. Blues are a whole different, like pain pills. A lot of people say pain pills, the same thing as perks. It's just like heroin. That's what they say about heroin. A lot of them say it's like just like pain pills. It's not the same. I mean, it'll have the same kind of effect. Nothing it compares to withdrawals from fentanyl, from blues and stuff like that. What is it? Methadone. It's nothing. I mean, you can't compare that to withdrawals from blues either, because blues, they are the worst thing out here and stuff like that I've ever seen. I mean, I wish I never did them.
I've heard of a lot of people refer to them as the devil.
Yeah. Because they make you do anything. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I hate saying it and stuff like that, but I've told some people this too and stuff like that. I used to be very, very, very big on not putting my hands on females and stuff like that, on my woman and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I remember one night I woke up because we had gotten some stuff like that. We both nodded off. I woke up because they started feeling like shit. And she told me, "No, we didn't have any more. They're gone. We smoked them all and stuff like that." And I just got pissed and kept sitting there, and she fell back asleep. And I just get next thing I'm not saying talking to her for her though. It's like she wakes up to me having my hand around her neck, around her throat, telling her I'm not going to ever go through that again. I'm not going to get sick ever again. And she had them in her bra. I took them out of her bra and I took off. And it makes me feel like shit because I used to be big on don't be trans on women, don't be trans on women and stuff like that. Don't be a woman beater. And I see if you put my hand on a woman and stuff like that, I'll say something to her. But then this shit makes ends up making me put my hands on my own lady. And I hate it. I mean, it sucks.
Yeah.
We both tell each other we don't wish that upon anybody. To either get the addiction or have to go through
Only
sick
that.
and stuff like that.
Only that it causes people to, lie and steal just to support their habit, And it's what it's almost like a must. You have to in order to maintain that habit, unfortunately, because they have to have these items in order to sell them and make money to buy the drug. And so they end up stealing from their friends and their family, and it is a double.
Then you get people who sell them stuff like that, stuff. You got people. Some of them do them who sell them, some of them don't do them. People who don't do them who sell them. I don't know what to say about them. They make things hard for us and stuff like that. Because once you do them and stuff like that, and they'll taunt you. They'll be like, you're like 25 cents short of what you need to get that. When you get that 25 cents, come back to me. So you think 25 cents? Oh, that's easy to get. No, it's not. Nowadays, people they don't give a shit. Look, you look at it. You go inside a fast food place. You got 30 minutes to eat now. Doesn't matter who you are. You have 30 minutes to sit down and eat your food, and you gotta go. I remember you can sit down. You can sit there as long as you wanted. As long as you bought something there, you were allowed to be there. QT and stuff like that. QTs and stuff like that. I mean, it sucks for the employees and stuff like that because the place gets ripped off all the time and stuff like that. But the security they hire, they think them dudes can do whatever they want and stuff like that. They over here, they had this one guy. I don't remember the guy's
Is
name.
it the big guy?
He had dreads. He had dreads in his hair and stuff like that.
I had problems down here at the QT.
This one right here, Cactus right here, he's a tall black dude with dreads, stuff like that. He physically would put his hands on people, stuff like that. He put his hands on her when she was pregnant, 7 months pregnant. He shoved her from in the store all the way out of the store to the sign when you by the bus stop and knocked her cup out of her hand just because he accused her of stealing, but she didn't steal nothing. It was the guy who was behind her because he even checked her bag and she had nothing in her bag and stuff like that. It was the dude behind her who stole something and he caught him stealing and said that because we were with him and stuff like that. We didn't even from the store from at all. And shit like that. It's the security they have. They think they can do whatever they want, shit like that. And they hide behind them fucking masks and shit like that all the time and shit like that. They don't mean shit. They're lucky they carry guns. They're lucky they have guns and stuff like that on them because a lot of us out here and stuff like that, we fuck them dudes up because they think because they have guns in there, they can do whatever the fuck they want. One over here the other morning, over by urgent care. We were stuff like that, sitting there and stuff like that. He fell asleep because it was early morning. He wakes up. He thinks she's got drugs in her hand and stuff like that. She's got old lighters, cool looking lighters. Got oil slick paint looking on rainbowish looking stuff, color one. And he grabs her hand and he twists her hand and stuff like that, makes her drop it out of her hand and stuff like that, and he grabs it. And he tells her, if you don't go, we're gonna arrest you, stuff like that. For she's walking by and then sitting down and being tired and stuff like that. And we're traveling from 96th Street and Shea Boulevard to where our daughter's at and stuff like that, to down here and stuff like that, to the clinic and stuff like that. It's tiring. It's tiring getting up all the time and stuff like that. I mean, it's. And then you ask questions. That's one of the reasons why we're quitting. We're doing it's just because no matter what we do and how much we try to be civil to people and be nice to people and stuff like that, it's just we still get fucked over. We still get robbed. Stuff's getting stolen from us.
All right, well, hey man, thank you guys for sharing your story. Are you guys okay with me putting this on my YouTube channel?
Yes.
Yeah.
And just in case some of you, my subscribers, want to reach out to you guys with any sort of help, any donations or anything like that, do you guys have any social media where they can reach you?
All I have is Facebook.
Or an email?
Yeah, I got my email. It's Vaughn, VAUGHAN, Vincent, VINCENT, 550 @gmail.com.
What was mine? Mine's Vaughn's Girl.
Vaughn's Girl.
And it was, what numbers was it? Remember what number it was after that?
No, that was Vaughn's Girl Forever.
Mine's Vaughn, VAUGHANS GIRL Forever FOREVER @gmail.com.
All right, well, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you.